This is my dream gaming setup. It didn't always look like this though, because in my last video, I just transformed my old boring setup into this new dream gaming setup. But a lot of people were asking different questions like where I got different stuff from. So I thought in today's video, we're going to be going through a complete room tour of my dream 2023 gaming setup. All right, guys, before we go into the main setup, let's go ahead and go around the room. All right, guys, so to start off the room, we have this big 55-inch TV right here with this cabinet underneath. And then some decorations we got on top of the cabinet. We have a Christmas tree, a countdown calendar, and then we have like a nutcracker right here. We got all of these items in one of our last videos where we completely revamped our whole setup for Christmas. So if you guys want to check out that video, I'll have it down in the description. Now to light the back of my TV, I actually have some Govee light strips back here. They're super bright, and these were only like 20 bucks to go behind it. So I would highly suggest getting stuff from Govee because most of my lighting is from Govee and I've had no problems with it so far. All right, to move on, we have some more lighting over here. We have our studio lights right here. These are just two like big studio lights I got off of Amazon. I think they were about like 50 bucks for both of them. It was overall a really good deal, and these just help like light up my setup like a lot. So yeah, guys, I would highly suggest picking some of these up if you are just now starting content creation like me. These really help light up your videos a lot, and they make you look a lot more professional. So you can pick these up on Amazon for like 50 bucks. I would highly suggest it. And yeah, moving on to my camera setup. So we recently moved this shelf here in my last video, and I just wanted to put like all of my camera stuff on here just to keep it more organized. So yeah, I don't know actually where this shelf came from. I've had it for a while now, but I just moved it in here for the room. But anyway, as far as the stuff on the shelves, we have two Funko Pops up here from Naruto. Down here, we have more of our like standard camera equipment. I have a little monitor right here if I ever need it. I have my lens. I have a hood for it. I have a filter. Cover right here. I have a little mount, and then I have my GorillaPod. Now, if you guys do usually film by yourself, I would highly suggest getting a GorillaPod because this really helps with my videos because I can just set it up anywhere and I can wrap it around. If I have like an awkward angle, I can just put it like wherever I want, and it just helps me like spice up my videos. All right, moving on from here, we have our camera gimbals down here. Basically, all a gimbal is it just kind of stabilizes your video. So I have one for my camera right here, and then I also have an iPhone gimbal right here if I ever need to record with my iPhone. And then finally, we got our camera bag down here. I believe I got this off of Amazon. It's been really helpful. It just puts like your camera, your lens, everything you need. You can just put it in this backpack and it's easy to access. I also got some puck lights off of Amazon recently in my last video. Now I was actually surprised at how good these things turned out for only like 20 bucks on Amazon. Let me know, guys, if you want to see a video just on my camera equipment alone. I can make a video over that, and I can go over all of my equipment that I use to film, edit, and everything like that. But moving on from that, we have our pegboard right here. This is probably one of my favorite spots in the room because it just looks so clean. So up here we just have our camera equipment for my gimbal right here, and then we have my headset right here. It's actually a Lenovo headset that I've had for about 2 years now. It's not the best headset, but it's definitely done well for me. I'm thinking about getting a new wired headset soon. In the meantime, this is definitely a good headset, like a beginner headset to get, so I would definitely recommend picking this up if you want a good starter headset. And then finally, we have our camera battery station right here. This is for my monitor right here, and this is for my camera. And then I also have a little camera battery thing down here, and I have like a little block that all of my stuff charges to go into that. But enough of that, let's move on to the main setup. All right, now onto the part that you guys have all been waiting for. This is my new dream gaming setup that I just built in my last video. All right, to start off the setup, we have our IKEA desk. This is a 78-inch tabletop with some Adil's legs on the bottom. It was really easy to set up. I just had to drill some legs into the bottom, but other than that, it was really easy to set up, and it was surprisingly really light when I picked it up. I believe this desk was only about like 130 bucks on IKEA, so it wasn't terrible. And then also we have our shelf up here from IKEA too. This is a floating black shelf, I believe. I think this just pulls the whole setup together. I'm gonna add more decorations up there eventually, but for now, we just have our Christmas stuff. Now, as far as my PC goes, I'm definitely gonna have to upgrade this soon. I've had this same pre-built PC since I got my original setup in 2020. So this makes this PC now 3 years old. So I think I'm gonna upgrade some parts eventually, because right now I'm gonna put the specs up in the corner up here, but they're not the best at all for like what the rest of my setup is. So I'm definitely gonna have to upgrade this soon. Moving on to my camera mount right here. This is a camera mount from Ulanzi. I just recently picked this up when I transformed my setup. It's just a pole right here, and then it has an arm that goes behind my monitors, and that's where I would put my camera right there. Now, as far as my webcam slash camera setup, I'm using a Canon M50 Mark II, and then I have a Sigma 16mm lens on that. So the Canon M50 is a great starter camera, and also the Sigma 16 goes perfect with it. So I would highly suggest, if you're wanting a beginner camera, go for this setup right here. You won't be disappointed. So as far as my monitors go, I think this is a Lenovo 144 hertz monitor. It's 27 inches, and honestly, this is anything I could ask for in a secondary monitor. You don't need your secondary monitor to be the best. If you're looking for like a top-notch monitor to be like a secondary, just look for something like even a 60 hertz monitor will do the job. I mainly use this thing just to record and like put my Discord and stuff over there. It's been really helpful, but I would suggest if you want a second monitor, go for like a budget one. And then on the back of this, I have my ring light. I took the stand off, so it's just like the ring, and I mounted it on the back. So now the light goes onto the wall behind it, and I think it looks really good. It like contrasts the other light over here. And so with that, the light that I have over here, I have some Gobi light bars that I recently picked up too. These were really cheap. I think it was like 35 bucks for both of these. You can just stick them on the back of the monitor, and they are really, really, really bright. But as far as my primary monitor, this is a Scepter 32 inch, I believe. Yeah, 32 inch ultra wide monitor. It's 200 hertz. This thing is a beast of a monitor. I picked this up last Christmas, I think for like 300 bucks. I would definitely recommend it. I'm definitely a fan of ultra wide monitors, and I think this monitor was just perfect for me. Everything that I play, it just runs everything so smooth, and I couldn't ask for really a better monitor to play on. Now, as far as my audio setup goes, this is a Shure M7X microphone. I recently picked this up too, and then it's mounted on a Blue Yeti X Compass boom arm. This is probably one of the best boom arms you can get. It's a little pricey. I think it's like $100, but I would definitely recommend picking this up because this is a beast of a boom arm. So yeah, I just had this mounted right here, and then my cable goes to my Elgato Wave XLR. This is my audio interface that I use. Basically all it does, I can just control like what my mic volume is, and then I can switch to my headset volume, and I can switch that up, and you can like mute like that. So yeah, that is my audio setup. It's a really good setup, and this was only like $300 total. So I would highly recommend picking both of these up. Definitely, it's definitely a good like beginner audio setup. Moving on to my keyboard, this is a Razer Black Widow V3 keyboard. It's very loud, but overall, it's not a bad keyboard. I've been using it for about like a year and a half now, but I definitely want to get like a smaller keyboard. I'm not a fan of full-size keyboards, but overall, it hasn't had many problems. I'm definitely not hating on it, but I definitely want to like downgrade eventually. And then the same thing with my mouse. This is a Razer Viper Mini mouse. I definitely want to get a wireless mouse because this wire is just constantly annoying me right here. But yeah, I've also had this for about like a year and a half. I'm just ready to upgrade this mouse into something like a G Pro wireless. And then for our mouse pad, we just have a like $20 mouse pad I got off of Amazon. And as far as other stuff goes, I have my dual monitor mount I got off Amazon back here. And then as far as cable management goes, it's kind of messy down here, but I just had this one big tray that I put everything in. I also had this swinging cord, which I really gotta fix this. I've tried to organize everything the best I can. It's definitely better than my last setup, so I'm definitely proud of how far it's come. And then finally over here, we have like my dog bed. I usually have a bean bag right here, but my dog just recently did take like a fat piss on it over here. So I had to move it out of the room because it actually smelled so bad. But yeah, I should be moving the bean bag back here eventually. I am going to go ahead and link everything that I put in this video down in the description. If you guys want to check out anything that you saw or you liked in this video, you can go ahead and go down below and check to see. And if you guys did like this video, you're going to like my last video where I completely built the whole setup. So if you guys want to see what the process looked like, you can go ahead and click on my last video. But yeah, guys, if you have any more questions, make sure to comment down below. And if you did enjoy watching today's video, make sure to like and subscribe for more. I'm going to be pumping out as much content as I can before the end of the year. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.